Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here, your concerned Tom's River residents. Why we do the show, because you're concerned. And it gives me the opportunity to drink my coffee. My lukewarm coffee. Hope you're feeling well. The tourist season is upon us. Almost another month. We'll have the unofficial opening of the shore season when Memorial Day hits. Some people look at it as the official should be 4th of July. I think as soon as it gets warm. Actually, had a pretty good Easter Sunday in Seaside Heights. It was a little wet in the morning after that. Boardwalk was pretty crowded. The more people go to Seaside Heights, the better it is for Tom's River. Remember all our website stuff you see on the bottom of the screen. If you need to get in touch with me, you got an issue with Tom's River, Ocean County, consumer issue. For that matter, I'll be working on our new Home Depot set. I've had an issue with them, and Home Depot prefers to ignore because of distance and voicemail. So we're going to put together our little Home Depot show, and we'll see if we can get their attention a little better than we are. I guarantee you I'll get their attention. Now, interesting, we do a lot of politics and a lot of civics here. And I like to break that up a little bit. Kate Smith. Now, Tom's River, it's kind of a Philadelphia section of New Jersey. Big Flyer fans, Philadelphia Phillies, Eagles. I don't know any of those teams. I'm from the other end where we got the Giants and the Yankees. Never really was a hockey fan. It's not a sport I played as a kid. I'm interested in sports I played as a kid. Kate Smith. We all know Kate Smith. She is an American institution, especially during World War II. She did whatever the country needed. But, you know, during that time, the 30s and the 40s, actresses, singers, that group, you had a studio system. I don't know why I write this stuff because I'm not even reading it. They didn't actually have a lot of freedom as to parts they would play, songs they would sing, whether it on film or on stage on Broadway. And Kate Smith has now been accused of being a racist because of a song that she sung, I think somewhere back in 1934, 35. Yeah, there is a problem when we start passing judgment on our history by today's ideologies. You know, and with a little research, we'll pass this judgment on individuals or decisions that were made. A lot of the decisions that were made, especially going World War II, you know, we, baby boomers, I am, you know, my father was a Navy vet. I'm born in 57 after the war. It was a scary time, World War II. And it was a time, hopefully, none of us will ever have to experience where life and limb was in danger from Nazi Germany, the Japanese, all that, all these things that we couldn't comprehend today. But we'll go back and question the decisions that were made in that time, 30s and the 40s. And the case with Kate Smith. Was she right? I really doubt if she is a racist. But we just jumped on it. Yankees took God Bless America away from the 7th inning. The Flyers took away a statue. This retroactive judgment of history is dangerous. We should learn from our history, not punish it for the decisions that were made during a completely different time that we are far from aware of. Kate Smith a racist? I sincerely doubt it. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'll be right back. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. It takes more than a state-of-the-art medical facility to make a great hospital. It takes a team of dedicated medical professionals. That's the Jersey City Medical Center, Hudson County's #1 hospital. Medical teams consisting of New Jersey's top doctors, Magnet Award-winning nurses, and accomplished hospital associates, all committed to your good health. That's what you have at the Jersey City Medical Center. Make Hudson County's #1 hospital your first choice. Visit us on the web at barnabashealth.org. We're back. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I am here, Pat Amelia. You were there, Tom's River, Seaside Heights residents. You know, we got the primary coming up. Actually, I don't know. That's section 2. Where am I doing? I need section 1. We're out of whack here. There we go. Section 1, section 3. We do have a primary coming up, but that's section 2 of the show. We got to open with section 1. George Gilmore, the Ocean County Republican chairman, has been found guilty of 3 of the 6 counts against him. Look for George to step down as the Republican chairman of Ocean County. I'm taping this show prior to him stepping down. He will step down effective April the 25th. That's a Thursday. He'll be replaced interim-wise by the vice chair of the Ocean County Republican Party, and then there will be a fight for who should replace George Gilmore. Now, the Attorney General is going to strip, if George doesn't resign, he's going to strip all his public positions. All 3 candidates on the Republican side for mayor in Toms River are calling for George to step down. George has to step down. I, from Hudson County, where convictions of political figures kind of happen often, nobody gets to stay when you've been convicted. So you have to step down. You know, Mo Hill, Joe Coronado, Daniel Roderick, who I had the chance to speak to over the weekend, Daniel, have all called for him to step down. There is going to be a huge power vacuum in Toms River. Things are going to change here because I think George Gilmore was the chair since 1996 or something like that, mid-90s. George Gilmore, smart guy, and I understand, very competent leader. I only met him a couple of times, maybe said 5 words to the guy. He was a kingmaker in Ocean County. Yeah, if you were a Republican, and in some cases Democratic elected official, you knew George. You needed George to get you some votes, even from the Democratic side. You know, they would ask George to ease up, or George would go out and get the vote. Tight with Chris Christie, the former governor, supported Kim Gardano. He was the flag bearer for the Republican Party in New Jersey. Ocean County is probably the most Republican county, and he was respected for that. He always held off the Democrats here. There is going to be that huge void that's going to have to be filled, and things are going to change. Like I said, George was a kingmaker. Everybody who has a position of any sort, elected or appointed in Ocean County, is connected somewhere along the line, got the nod from George Gilmore. Whether you're a council person, you're a mayor, you're a freeholder, you've been appointed to a board, whatever the case is, somehow, some way, George had a hand in that. Now, what the Ocean County chair controls, and why there is going to be a huge battle for who replaces him, is the ability to make kings. You control the line. You control the money. You control the organization. You control the money. You control the jobs. You control the money. Did I mention money? But that's probably the most important aspect of being the chair of any county organization. Now, most of the times, the county chair usually goes to jail. We have Bobby Januszewski in Hudson County, and everybody learned a lesson after that. We haven't sent any of our Hudson County chair parties to jail since then. But it is all about the power to put people in office. And when you have, like in Hudson County, damn, it's like bizarro world for me. Hudson County guy, Jersey City guy, like everybody here at one time was. Very little distance between your roots. You know, if you weren't here, your parents were in Jersey City. Yeah, all Dems up there. All Hudson. I come down here, it's all Republicans. Completely like a flip here. It's like bizarre world for me. But everything else remains the same. The names have been changed. The parties changed. But everything else works the same way. Now, who is going to replace George Gilmore? There's been a lot of names bantered about in the last 24 hours. I mean, as I'm preparing for the show taping today, I must have spoke to 7 or 8 people in the know as to who's going to replace. Now, here's some names we're bantered about. Joe Picari, freeholder, 34-0 Joe. Was it 36-0 Joe? Whatever it is. Joe, one of the great leaders of Ocean County. Jersey City guy, by the way. Tom Kelleher, who will soon be the former mayor of Toms River. Good choice there. Former Jersey City guy. Joe Coronado. You could be mayor and the chair of the Ocean County Republican Committee, but usually you're mayor first, and so I don't know if they're going to keep that position open. I think they want to fill it within the next 60 days. But in Jersey City, a lot of times the mayor, a seated mayor would be, or Hudson County in this case, would be the chair. Jeremiah Healy, former mayor of Jersey City, was the chair of the 8th CDO. Brian Stack wanted to become the chair, and that didn't work out. Chris Boz, the business administrator in Seaside Heights, well-respected, smart kid, would be a wise choice. Wyatt Earp, no, not Wyatt Earp. Some people say he is a Republican, but he's the head of the Democratic Party. Keep this name, which I believe will be the next permanent chair of the Ocean County Republican Party, Frank Holman. You can look for him to rise out of the dust here. But power void is going to be filled. Relationships are going to be changed. Since I think it was 96, Gilmore took power here in Ocean County. Once he's gone, now Frank Holman's supposedly tight with George Gilmore. All those relationships go out the window. It's like the new guy. Once there's a new guy, a new manager, a new president of a company, everybody else around him who's left from the old president or manager usually gets the outs. So there is going to be a huge change. It will take a year, 2 years for everything to take effect, but there is going to be a huge power void, and that's going to have to be filled, and it's going to be filled with a lot of new relationships. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Toms River Show. I'll be right back.
Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer a Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
We're back. You're watching Pat O'Melia and the Toms River Show. We got a lot of Toms River stuff. A lot of Toms. All right, the Toms River primary for mayor will now be held on May the 30th in this very studio, for that matter. This very backdrop will be used for the moderator, or in some form of it anyway. And we will have all 3 candidates. We'll have them at 3 podiums. On the 30th at 6:30, it will be a live televised debate on the very station you're watching right now, Comcast 190. If you're watching on a live stream, you'll be watching it there. If you're watching on whatever, HMG TV shows, it will be live on YouTube, be live on our Facebook. It'll be live. And you can get to enjoy it. And we're going to have all 3 candidates. I spoke to Daniel Roderick over the weekend. It is a closed set. What does closed set mean? It means not open to the public. There's only so much room we have in the studio. But unlike where you're in a VFW hall or a high school auditorium, you're going to get to watch this from the comfort of your couch, from the front seat of your car. Hopefully you're not when you're driving, watching on your smartphone, your tablet. And we'll repeat it a couple of times on Comcast, and we'll archive it on HMG TV shows and live stream. Well, actually, we archive everything on live stream. When you go to HMG TV shows, you're pretty much taking a live stream. Take a moment, download that app. It's free, and there's a lot of other programming on there. Chris Lundy, he is the editor for Jersey Shore Online. He will be your moderator. We're going to get together the week before and just do our blockings with the camera, check our lighting, get everything set up. So the following week, we're all ready to go. I was talking to Chris Lundy today. Maybe we bring in the campaigns, let them get the feel of the set, maybe have the candidates at podiums. Because, not all these guys have participated in live debates, but have live televised ones. So there is a little nerve factor that's going to come into play. So we'll have a little dry run on the 23rd. The set will be up, then we'll leave it up for the week. Like I said, I'm going to use this backdrop for the moderator, so we'll do my Tom's River show right there. Who we have is Joe Coronado. He's confirmed. Mo Hill is confirmed. Now, I spoke to Daniel Roderick, Jersey City guy, by the way, over the weekend. He was a little leery about the debate. Why is a guy from Jersey City doing a Tom's River debate? All of a sudden, I said, listen, I've done a lot of debates in Hudson County. I've done them on the radio. I've done them on TV. I've done them in the landmark Lowe's Theater. I've done quite a few. We haven't done them here before because we didn't have the technology in the studio in the beginning to do a live televised debate. There's a bit of an expense to that. There's an investment that has to be made, and that investment was made in Ready to Roll Studios, the same as we have that technology in our North Bergen Hudson Media studio. And if you go to HMG TV shows under special events, and we got to change that, by the way, guys, my HMG people who are editing this show, we got to clean up the archive. But you can go there and you can watch all the debates. We just did a whole bunch of them for Jersey City in their last cycle. We did 5 of the 6 wards. We did the mayor's debate. So I assured Councilman Roderick that it will be fair. Why are we doing it? Well, we should have done it 2 years ago, but we didn't have the technology here. He hasn't confirmed yet. I'm sure he will be there because you need the experience, and he needs the the publicity. You want the FaceTime. You want to be part of it. So I'm sure Daniel will be in there. And really, the personalities of these three are so different. So it's kind of a dress rehearsal. Because in the general election for November, we will be back again doing a debate. At that time, there will be, I am predicting, 3 candidates. You'll have the winner of the Republican primary, Petro from the Democratic side, he's unopposed, and probably an independent that you will all recognize. Big relief for Joe Coronado with Gilmore stepping down. But I don't know if that cloud's going to blow over in time. So you can look for Hill and Roderick to go after Coronado over that. And he'll have the time because you get 2 minutes to answer, you got 1 minute for rebuttal, and sometimes things get a little out of control, which is really what you want in the debate. We need to inform and educate the voter, but if we're not entertaining the people watching, they're going to turn the station. So we got to be entertaining also. So, and with the 3 different personalities, it's like in boxing, styles make matches. These 3 different personalities still make a difference. But you can look at Coronado having to duck from the Gilmore, but you have 3 real different personalities. Joe Coronado, he's really a black and white guy. What he says, you could take it to the bank. There's no 2 Joes. You've known him as the Ocean County prosecutor for years. We had him in the studio. He's pretty much a straight arrow. Mo Hill is a veteran of numerous campaigns. He's a veteran of the Navy. He's a dentist. He's been elected as, I think, at large twice. I think he was a councilman before. Roderick, he's the youngest of the group there, and he just won election at large on a Democratic ticket. Then he flipped over to the Republican side. Roderick is in your face. He's a Jersey City guy. He's got that Jersey City attitude. These 3 styles are going to make for a great debate. And speaking of Mr. Roderick, he's already making points with the public. He's already voted no on the Tom's River municipal budget. And it's a flat budget. No tax increase. It might go up like $10 for the year, but for the most part, it's flat. He says more has to be done to cut township spending so you can reduce that burden. Believe me, that is going to play well in the ears of Tom's River voters because things are getting very expensive. And any way you can reduce it, the Tom's River voters are going to appreciate that. Shared services, I guarantee you Roderick is going to probably promote that as much as he can. And I'm sure all the candidates. Anybody who's not promoting cutting the expenses and making a mandate or a pledge that you're going to do it, they're going to probably have a problem. But shared services will certainly be part of that debate. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Tom's River Show. We'll be right back.
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers the quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport. Live like you want.
We're back. You're watching the Tom Drivers Show. I'm still here. Pat Amelia, you still there? Tom Drivers, Seaside Heights residents. That's why we do this. So you stay in the loop. I want to keep you in the loop. You know, New Jersey's going out to bid. I just heard this morning. I was listening to NJ 1015. That New Jersey's going out to bid for a wind farm that'll be located 15 miles off the coast of New Jersey, way out there. I suppose you have to watch out. You know, you got to watch out for ships that far out. You say, oh, come on, ship can't. How would a ship hit it? Ships hit each other out there. Well, my question is, first, the expense is going to be huge. Is wind and solar reliable energy? And there's always these people that talk about it. You know, Jim Tuttle from the Sierra Club, you know, he's talking about, you know, it'll be an expense, but once you build these things, they're basically maintenance free. Well, that's not true, because they have this one in Bayonne that they're constantly having problems with. There's always maintenance that has to be done. And maintenance gets pretty damn tricky when it's 15 miles out on the ocean. But again, I'm not even talking about the maintenance and the reliability of the actual windmills out there, or the wind turbines. Is it a reliable source? That and solar, because we're constantly talking about the renewable energies and clean energies and the green bill and everything going green. I just don't know if that is a reliable source. You know, President Trump had a great line recently. He was talking about wind power as opposed to natural gas and fuel. Gasoline, oil, that sort of thing. I said, you know, I want to watch TV. Is the wind blowing? Well, you know what? That might be a legitimate question if this is what we're going to rely on. And our needs electrically, yeah, I don't know what the statistic is, but it probably, you know, it climbs exponentially every decade because, you know, everything's electric now. You know, you go back in my own lifetime where, you know, we're setting up an apartment in Jersey City, and we're looking at outlets, and so we got to put more outlets in. Well, you know, there was a lot of outlets in that apartment 30 years ago, but now everything's on electric, so you got to put more out. Everything, our whole world works on electric. Our power grid needs a huge overhaul. The more juice we can get into it, the better we are. But at what expense? Now, in New York State, I know the gas supply is there because of rules and regulations they passed and said, well, we're not going to connect any more homes. We're not allowed to. We can't bring enough service into that area to put more homes on. So you want to build a home in upstate New York, you got a problem. You're going to have to supply your own energy there. Get a bunch of hamsters. But, you know, what happens on cloudy days or days without wind? We have no juice. Now, in my lifetime, coal, natural gas, and nuclear seem pretty reliable. I know there's all the stigmatism with nuclear, but, you know, we didn't have any problems. We had a thing in Pennsylvania, 3 Mile Island years ago. But outside that, you know, we did the maintenance, we maintain it. Now, it isn't the same like coal. You know, there's so many filters on there. It's not like we're belching these, toxins into the atmosphere like the old days. And the natural gas, that was the thing 10 years ago. Natural gas. Buses were running on propane and natural gas. There's generating station they're talking about in North Bergen, up off of my studio. That'll supply electricity to New York. Any place we're supplying electricity, if that's going to supply electricity to New York, there's probably more electricity for Jersey that's not going to New York now. But there's more generating that we can create, the better it's going to be. Because if we're not generating juice, things are going to get pretty dark at home. It's going to be like you're living in the cave. You'll have brownouts. We used to have those things, brownouts years ago. My question is the expense and the reliability of wind and solar. When this takes hold, if it ever takes hold, and personally I doubt if it will, I'll be gone by the time we're 100% set on wind and solar. But I can see a day when, like Trump said, can I watch TV today? Is the wind blowing? Casino in the Meadowlands. A couple of years ago, there was a referendum running around about a casino in Jersey City, down by Liberty State Park, and one in the Meadowlands. Mayor Fulop at first was in favor of the casino in Jersey City until he visited Atlantic City as the mayor of Jersey. Not as somebody who went down for a night of gambling and having drinks. You're not really looking at everything. When he went down as the mayor of Jersey City, he looked around and said, I don't think I really want this in Jersey City, because where there's casino, different type of businesses prop up to support the casino industry, and none of them are all the type you want. So Mayor Fulop said, I'm going to change my mind on this. But in the Meadowlands, there really isn't any town around the Meadowlands. There's still a lot of swamp. You got Rutherford nearby and Secaucus, but it's not like you can cross the street and you're in a Secaucus. You got to cross Route 3, or you got to cross the meadows. So I can see the Meadowlands being a great place for a casino. I would be in favor of that. Now, the casino operators in Atlantic City are like, wait a minute, we're finally getting back on our feet. The economy has changed. People are gambling. They're going back down over for an overnight or a weekend trip. Let's not mess this up. But the problem with casino gambling is there's casinos popping up all over the place. New York, Pennsylvania, Delaware. It's not a hard thing anymore. Staten Island, I think, has the casinos in there. Unless we want to miss the boat, casino gambling in the Meadowlands is probably the future. And look how well sports betting worked out for the Meadowlands. It's getting people back into the Meadowlands, the racetrack there. And Jeff Garul is the guy that really saved horse racing for New Jersey with Meadowlands and Monmouth Park. And Jeff Garul, I'm sure, would be involved in the casino in the Meadowlands. It works. And it would work in the Meadowlands because there's no neighborhoods around there to interfere with. KOI Hibachi is opening at the Home Depot Plaza off 166. I think it opens this week. By the time you're watching it, it should be open. Again, the more people we get going and spending money in Tom's River, the better it is for everybody. I like Tokyo Hibachi in Seaside in Secaucus, so I'll certainly stop by here, but I don't think it's an all-you-can-eat like Tokyo Hibachi. I am at a show. You be good. You be safe. I'll talk to you during the week. Good night.